Hi. So I've invited you out here to meet me by the peach tree because I've got some important things to say about this peach tree. Very proud of it. But let me first, well, not begin as I usually begin, which is to apologise for how long it's taken me to get to the next video, because it's over 6 months this time, and that's ridiculous. So no apology. I'm just going to run through some of the books I've been doing since that last time. I look at my calendar and I've got these books there. I'll tell you a little bit about them as we run through them. Gail Tsukiyama's 100 Flowers, which has just been released. I did a Peter May thriller, Chinese Whispers, a couple of Deon Meyer South African thriller books, some of his old books. The Last Battle, Eventide, Captain Cook, Bring Up the Bodies, Hilary Mantel. That's the follow-up to Wolf Hall, and that's doing very well. It's a very good book. I recommend that one. Crucible of Gold is the next in the Temeraire series by Naomi Novik. Equal of the Sun. The Key is part 2 of a trilogy by Simon Toyne. Sanctus was the first one. They're thrillers. The Prime Minister. I did The Prime Minister and the Duke's Children in the last few months. They're the last two in Anthony Trollope's Palliser series. Munster's Case, that's another fun veteran murder mystery by Håkan Nesser. Several vampire stories, short stories. There's a book called People Who Eat Darkness. The latest Deon Meyer thriller, 7 Days. Finding God in the Hobbit, Safe House, which is a thriller by Chris Ewan, who has written the Good Thief's Guide to series. This is a standalone thriller, and it's actually really good. Some Agatha Christie short stories. The Well of Tears, The Blinding Knife, a little more about that in a moment. Iron-Hearted Violet, A Bright and Terrible Sword. The Spindlers, it's a children's book by Lauren Oliver. And the one I'm doing right now is called The Great Siege, Malta 1565. And that's a non-fiction description of the actual Great Siege of Malta in 1565, which was written in 1961. And a few years ago I read a book called The Religion, a fictional story by Tim Willocks based on the siege. So it's interesting to come back after all these years and actually see the background, the real story of the Great Siege. Fascinating. So that's a whole bunch of books, about 26 books I've been doing in the last 6 months. And to be honest, it's been feast or famine, and it's really hard as a freelancer to deal with that. Just about a month ago, I was looking at a period of famine. I had about a week's worth of work, and then I was going to be unemployed. And then suddenly one publisher came in with a book, then another publisher, and then another publisher. So I had 3 or 4 weeks' work ahead of me, and that was great. And then Hachette asked me to do a book called The Blinding Knife, which is part 2 of the Lightbringer series, written by Brent Weeks. Brent Weeks has also written the Night Angel trilogy, and it was a fantastic book, but when the publisher asked me to do it, they said it was 12 hours long, and I said, yes, I think I can fit that in now, and they wanted it in the next 10 days. And when it arrived, the manuscript arrived 3 days before I was going to record, and it was about 24 hours long, so I lost 2 full weekends, as well as the week in the middle and so on. So it's, as I say, feast or famine, and to be honest, I've got books to the end of next week, and then I'm looking at another famine period, unless I get called. It's not good for the blood pressure, this business, I have to say. Now, talking about feast, let me talk about this peach tree. We planted this peach tree just over 2 years ago. Last year, yeah, it was okay, nice flowers, little blossom, but no fruit. This year it has been awesome. We've already had about 50 peaches off it. We're freezing them. I say we are, my wife, my cameraman has been freezing them, and we've been eating them a lot. This weekend we're probably going to pull the rest of them off because it's getting to the point where we don't want the bugs and the birds to get them. But let me just show you. Come under here. We've still got a huge collection of peaches to take off this tree. And they're gorgeous. Here's a beautiful looking one. Look at this. I'm going to bring it out here in the light. This is a beautiful peach. It's a little bit firm. Might leave it on the counter for a day or 2 before I eat it. I don't want to be eating it right now and going, ooh, that was too much. But looking forward to this, looking forward to the rest of these, looking forward to the work that's going to come in a week or 2. Don't know when the next video will be, but I think that brings it up to date. So wherever you are, have fun. Take care. Bye.